Hey, this is Jinzuro here, and welcome back to Truberbrook. So, we're stuck here in this asylum, and we need to get out of here. So, let's go ahead and check around this room.
They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. Blech. It's covered in mold. A good dose of chloride is the only option. It's calcified. Memories of my dorm room, not so long ago. No water pressure. Or clogged. There's something written on the wall.
Dark to make it out, of course.
Why, of course. But where?
The ladder.
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. Darn, my bones. I'm not tired. An anatomical model of a kind of human. Hey, buddy. Where the heck am I?
Okay, we're not gonna knock for that guy.
A fuse box. The lid is hanging off its hinges. Fried. I'm feeling a light breeze of air. Maybe I can squeeze through. I can't reach it. I could use this to climb to the hatch. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws.
Okay, so I'm missing something. To recall what I'm missing in this room. Ah.
No water pressure. Or clogged. Looks rusty. A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism.
There we go. That's what I was missing. Naturally, if we hadn't put that skeleton in the bed, he would have caught onto us quite quickly. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out this
The
room
stairs
here.
lead up to the administration.
Prehistoric monster puzzles foreign experts. He's misled our popular alewife Trude and keeper of the guest house Waltzlust. Asked for help as a bunch of important keys got mislaid. Without the key, it is no longer possible to access the establishment's cellar. If someone have stolen the keys, it would be my pleasure to introduce the thief to my dear baton. Okay, can openers shortage. I still don't. Wait a minute. I remember this hexagon. It was in the previous chapter. I didn't notice this the first time I played through the second chapter of Lady C. That this hexagon was on newspaper. So I'm wondering if there's some connection with it.
fascinating. An aquarium full of leeches? This place is full of strange surprises. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. As beautiful as the view is, I think I'd rather leave. A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another way. I'll take it with me. It might come in handy should I need an improvised hat.
I did notice before as well, when I played the second chapter, that you can highlight all of the books here. I thought that was quite interesting. Because there are some things, like if I hold the space bar, it highlights objects that I can kind of mess around with, and then there are other certain things that are just extras. So it was kind of nice to find that out.
So many books. Maybe I should consider staying in this place. Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth. X-rays. The wonders of science. Ghastly.
I believe that was... Yes, that was everything for this room. Now we can check downstairs where this guy is sleeping.
Iron bars? This place is a prison. This door is sealed by a humongous lock. You sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck. As far as I know, these apparatuses serve therapeutic purposes. They do, right? Sanatorium Paradiso, a bucolic sanctuary in the climatic health resort Truberbrook. Beautifully situated retreat, fresh forest air, wooded mountain slopes, established high cuisine. A list of patients.
Yes, this was quite interesting to read the first time through. At least what I could read. Okay. Suffering from severe nostalgia. Imwe. Do not approach solitary confinement. No solid foods. Goblin ambassador. Please be kind to yourself. Adventure game geek. Knows too much. Kobold. Attacked by a murder of crows, suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Trust issues, justified, question mark. Psychiatrist. Lunatic Soviet spy. Sugar overdose. I failed, he was right. Too much things to correlate. Okay, let's stay positive. Keep shouting, you shall not pass at people. Definitely a Lord of the Rings reference. I'm watching you through my glass eye. I'm taking it this person was gagged. Saner here than at home. Gibbous Moon Madness. Retired forger of the documents and IDs. Tries to use his INTJ death stare to shatter the personalities of others. Repeat guest. Nordish by nature. Maniacal company owner. Shorten. Insanity caused by a crooked painting in his waltz-less room. He used a spoon to chisel two walls to a perfect 90 degrees. Psychic anomalies diagnosis pending. Northern orders by nature. Delusions of adequacy. Got mad while fantasizing about things to come. Patient is in a perpetual state of confusion. Is convinced he is dreaming and unable to wake up. Complains of a constant tiredness and lack of dream powers. Froggy, coolest frog on earth, still alive. I don't know why, like when I hear still alive, I always remember that movie, The Croods.
I can barely imagine what these poor souls must have gone through. The door to the room where they had me locked up. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. I wonder what's in there. I need the right combination.
Of course, to get that, we need to return from whence we came. That's an odd stride when climbing the stairs, I must say. Okay, so...
Oh no. I'm not really going to have to replace the fuses, right? My dad always used to say, son, whatever you do, stay away from fuse boxes.
You'll live longer. Okay, so now use the light.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Okay, so let's go ahead and return to the safe. I find it interesting that it would be written there of all places. So maybe one of the patients was actually someone who actually worked there. It'd probably be faster to speed walk downstairs. There we go. Now we can open this up.
I'll try with this code someone left on the wall. Interesting. These seem to be the medical records.
Okay, so now these records are definitely important. Me and Lady C discovered that the hard way. But they do have a connection to the test that you're going to take later on, and I'll definitely have to say when I took that test, it was I spent more time trying to get past the first section of that test, trying to figure out what this guy wanted exactly, than this entire chapter within itself. So that was kind of a moment where it was definitely frustrating. So we have here name Lazarus Taft, male, question mark. 160732 according to patient. Day 1. Patient detained for further examination after unauthorized incursion into restricted area. Day 3. Patient summoned for an examination of associative capabilities. Day 9. Further examination of associative capabilities. Patient emits bluish-greenish fluorescent secretion. So, if you remember back in the prologue, the guy who was glowing, so definitely I felt this was him. Day 12, lizard test. 5th and 6th digits of patient nearly 50% regrown within the first 24 hours. As I found that quite interesting on that mark, so that meant basically they cut some of his fingers off. Either that or he got injured on his own somehow. Day 14, both fingers completely regenerated, remarkable. Day 55, test sequence. Associations form, which man, I was definitely fresh. I'm still mad thinking about it. Patient's descriptions of shapes and patterns appears lavish, almost infatuated. Day 56. Patient seems to enjoy even the most dreadful and hideous shapes and patterns. Assumption: patient incapable of evil thoughts. Day 64. Patient appears limp and exhausted. Romler claims to have witnessed an ethereal glow. that I can't confirm. Day 65. Patient released, unscheduled, until further notice. So I'm thinking the unscheduled meant that he escaped.
There you are. You must be lost.
Excuse me, is this the way to the restrooms?
No more lame excuses. We are going to perform the test. Now.
That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now.
The rain is gone. Okay, so annoyingly enough, if you do not get the first 3 questions correct, you will be sent back to your room. You'll have to knock on the door. You will have to repeat this over and over again until you get those first 3 questions right. There are more questions to the test, but I don't know if they had any relevance compared to the first phase of this test, and I'm hoping they don't, because I don't think I'm going to remember every other option that I chose.
Could these be the keys to the main entrance?
I know exactly what you are up to. Forget it.
Could you adjust the contrast settings? Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
Now, when we started answering these, Lady C mentioned that it was possible that what he wanted, what he was looking for, were direct answers. You know, not any answers that had kind of conflicted or, you know, any change of thoughts. Just precise on the point what he was thinking. And so the first option is definitely, it's going to be robots.
Robots. Or to be more precise, perhaps a mechanical exoskeleton.
I knew it. Second image?
Okay, and then for this one, chose cruelty.
Cruelty.
Are you sure? Image number 3.
And for the last one, we chose unnecessary violence.
Unnecessary violence.
Extraordinary. And we're done. Counting in the benefit of the doubt, I think you've just met the criteria to pass. Next up is self-assessment, ranging from 1, very inaccurate, to 4, very accurate. How would you rate the following statements? I often feel controlled by others.
2.
I enjoy carrying a lot of stuff with me.
2.
I don't bring matters to an end.
Good question. I'd say a close 1.
I often get the impression that my life and the world around me is nothing but an illusion.
1. Or 2. Now, 1 is good. Is 1 good?
Thank you. Next, we are going to show you a few colors. Please describe them as elaborately as possible. Let's begin. So, what do you see? Please describe this color as precisely as possible.
Soothing. Like a quiet day spent fishing with Aunt Lottie.
How do you feel about this color? Anything particular that meets the eye?
Coziness. Everyone keeps talking about cookies and campfires. What happened to the smell of old socks and a wet dog under the table?
Thank you. And what are your associations with this color?
I don't know why, but like seeing him turn his face to the side and his eye twitch is just that's definitely something.
Fragile. Like a butterfly in a hurricane. Now, actually, a butterfly isn't really all that fragile. Its wings do quite well under most weather conditions.
Remarkable. If you had to put a name on this shape, what would it be?
Photon. Oh, Photon. Bringer of light. Uncoverer of the hidden. Prometheus and Lucifix.
And this one?
Cross. A cross within a cross that's crossing another cross.
Thank you. That's that. Now a few questions where you have to make a decision. Would you rather have landed in Roswell or crashed on the moon?
Either is fine. Technically, both would make me an astronaut.
Would you rather be in the Cold War wearing short pants or in a very hot war wearing an anorak?
I'm a pacifist. I'd go naked.
Would you rather have a hammer toe or sickle cell anemia?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the hammer
Stop.
toe.
Hammer toe.
Would you rather want to
See,
have
hammer
Heinz
reference.
Erhardt's expertise in economics or Ludwig Erhardt's sense of humor?
My name is Tannhauser, and I'm your host for tonight.
Would you rather be an eagle with a shell or a turtle with wings?
Surprise, I'm actually remembering most of it.
An eagle with a shell would be an indestructible super eagle.
Thank you. Think of your childhood. What are the first 3 items coming to your mind?
Endless summer vacations.
Are you sometimes afraid of the day your true identity becomes uncovered?
Well, yes. Aren't you?
Do you sometimes feel that everything is just about to happen, while all of it has already been decided?
Yes.
Congratulations, my dear Mr. Tannhauser. You have passed the associative test with excellent results. I have no more doubts that you are a real human.
A real That's what this was all about?
I apologize for the inconvenience, but one can never be sure these days. It's our civic duty to track down and detain these aliens. They are among us. Mark my words, Mr. Tannhauser. You are free to go. Please show yourself out.
Say no more.
I'm a human being, of flesh and blood, and now I'm going home. Aliens? You must be out of your minds.
Alright, let's get this key, get out of here.
I'll leave the key under the doormat.
Chapter 3, The Tannhauser Gate.
Where am I? Hello? Anybody there?
This way.
What is this place? I've arrived at some sort of mining facility. It looks abandoned. Judging by our tracks, I've almost caught up with Gretchen.
Alright, so we're going to leave this here, and when we get back, we're going to continue with Chapter 3. Till then.